All right, welcome back to another episode on my channel, Elon Blu. Today I am going to be showing you how I finish off the unit that I make with a curl pop. All of the sections are twisted already, and I'm just going to add a nice little curl at the end so that it has a little pop so that it doesn't unravel and it doesn't get messy. These curl locks does help kind of keep the formation, as well as just help to maintain the hair so that the longevity of it is strengthened.
Okay, so let's jump right into it. There are two things that I used for this method. One is a curling wand made of aluminum, and the other is my curling iron. My curling iron is set on 300 degrees Fahrenheit. I usually don't like to go over that because the unit is synthetic and I don't want to burn it or melt it or damage it in any way. So 300 degrees for me is a safe range normally. Now I will increase it depending on the amount of hair that I'm using, or decrease it depending on the amount of hair I'm using. So if it's a lot of hair, of course you can go up a little bit, and if it's less hair, you can go down on it just a little bit, or maybe even watch how long you press the curling iron on the hair. Okay, let's go in for a close-up view. So I'm taking the ends and wrapping it around the wand, and then taking the remainder of the hair and wrapping that around the end so that it secures it. And then I'm pressing my flat iron onto the hair on the wand so that it forms a curl. So again, the ends are wrapped first, wrapping it around the wand, and then closing off that piece by wrapping the remainder of the hair around the end so that it holds it nicely as you press the flat iron onto that section of the hair. And depending on the amount of hair that I'm using, I hold for about 3 seconds. If I'm using more hair, a little bit longer. If I'm using less, maybe even less than that. I will leave a link in the description box to the wand I'm using, but if you have some chopsticks, or if you have a pencil or something that can withhold heat or withstand heat for a while, that would work as well. But I'm so happy I found this method. It makes my job so much easier, especially dealing with synthetic hair. I used to really fear even applying a small amount of heat to it, and now it just seems much more bearable with this method. So kudos. Please do be careful with the wand, especially the metal ones, because they do hold heat for a couple of seconds after you've removed it from the flat iron. So be careful, guys. I keep calling it a curling iron, but it's clearly a flat iron, so I do apologize. But I am using it. I've been using it as of late for curling. So I don't know the last time I used a flat iron on my natural hair. I've just been trying to allow it to grow out and just strengthen itself before I start with the heat there. But I do look forward to that time when it comes. Until then, these wigs have been coming in handy, and I'm so grateful for that. Okay, so we're going to speed this process up a bit. On average, it takes about 30 minutes, maybe 25 minutes if you're fast, but maybe about 30 minutes to curl the entire wig. There are a ton of curling method for all the wigs that I do. There's different styles, different curls, different patterns that you can use. So I will do another video on some of the other methods of curling that I use, but this one is just how I kind of start the wig off. So usually it's in section, twisted up, and a curl at the end. But eventually it will be recurled, and and that curl pattern may be just a little bit different. But that is it.
Alright guys, so we are going to stop the process there. We have completed the full wig as far as curling it. The next video is going to be on how I attach the baby hairs. You do not want to miss that. So subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to comment below if there is a process that you would like to see. Until next time, thank you so much, guys. There is a wasp in. Okay, hopefully he will not stay long.